When it comes to finding Chinese food in the US, you're going to have varying degrees of success depending on where you live. Walk a few blocks down San Francisco and you're bound to find at least 10 restaurants with Chinese characters on top of them. But drive 30 miles around Marion, Virginia, where my sister is currently studying, and the closest thing you'll find is a takeout place rated 2.5 stars on Yelp. However, if you were to be in any of the 50 states, your best bet to fulfill your craving for Chinese food is a thing you find in mall food courts, takeout boxes, and fortune cookies. Panda Express. Panda Express, this chain restaurant draws a multitude of reactions. Some of my friends say they love getting Panda Express, and even my former tennis teammates begged our team moms to get us Panda Express instead of Costco pizza. But on the other hand, Panda Express also gets a lot of backlash, especially from the Asian American community. While I am a part of that community, I'm here to tell you today that Panda Express does not deserve the hate it gets. The main critique Panda gets is that it's not Asian enough, or this isn't real Chinese food. I'm not the most qualified to talk about Chinese food since I was born here, but I'm an ABC, meaning an American-born Chinese. Yes, Panda Express serves neither the most authentic nor best tasting Chinese food, but it's not bad, at least not as bad as how some people make it out to be. For example, BuzzFeed Video made a video called Chinese People Try Panda Express, and in that video it featured a few gongongs and pawpaws, and also a few boisterous millennials. One by one, they tasted the signature dishes, like orange chicken sweet and sour soup. First, the gongongs and pawpaws would say, oh, it's a little salty or it's not seasoned the correct way. But they would also give comments like, oh, I think people back in the mainland would be receptive to this. But 10 seconds later, it would pan to the millennials, gagging, yelling things like, this tastes putrid, this tastes like taking shots. I've never had a shot before, but I don't think that's a good thing. We have to come together and accept that culture means something different for each person. The reason why the millennials were gagging was because they wanted to prove that they were knowledgeable about their own culture, but in doing so, trying to denounce Panda Express at every opportunity they possibly could was just annoying. And at that point, it seemed more like they wanted to hate Panda Express more than they wanted to give their honest opinion. Especially in a place like the US, which holds people from so many different places, not everyone is going to have the same perceptions of their own culture. I'll admit that I used to be pretentious just like those millennials, but who was I to judge others for eating it? I know that just because some people come from different places means that they are going to perceive things in a different way. Additionally, eating Panda Express doesn't make me any more or less Asian than I currently am. My 23andMe results are the same before and after I eat a piece of orange chicken. And going to Panda doesn't make receiving envelopes during Chinese New Year or eating mooncakes during Mid-Autumn Festival any less desirable, and I'm sure it doesn't for anyone else. So while I wouldn't recommend Panda Express to anyone who really wants to try Chinese food, I'm not gonna discredit the company or slander anyone who likes it. And the same goes for people who feel this way about Taco Bell or Olive Garden. So I'm still always going to have the option of eating Panda Express when I'm at the airport. I'm still always going to have the one that's just walking distance from my school in case I want to get something after a minimum day. And I'm always going to have the app just on my phone, just in case I crave a little bit of takeout. And who knows, someday you'll see me there.